What's going on, guys? It's Swampy Sauce. Welcome back to episode 4 of Beginner Builds. Today we're going to be building an M700. This is our first sniper build on this series, so without any further ado, let's jump right into modding this beast. First thing we're going to need, obviously, is the gun, and you can get these on the flea market for anywhere around 25 to 28,000 rubles at the moment. But my scav has been spawning with these pretty frequently lately, so do yourself a favor and do a couple quick scav runs and see if you can get lucky and pick this up. Because if you can, normally they've been spawning with the mount and the sight that I've been using for this build too, so. Okay, the next thing we're going to want to get ourselves is one of these Magpul Pro 700 chassis. You can get these on the flea market for around 21 to 23,000 rubles. This is basically just the part for us to put our pistol grip and stock on. And after we have our chassis, we're going to get ourselves one of these Pro 700 folding stocks. You can get these on the flea market for around 6,000 rubles, I do believe. And after we've got our stock, we're going to need a pistol grip, so head back onto the flea market and grab one of these Magpul pistol grips for around 2 to 3,000 rubles. I'm pretty sure you guys can see how this is going. The whole build's coming from the flea market pretty much. But the next thing we're going to want to get is our Magpul M-Lock AFG tactical grip. This is our foregrip. And we can get that for around 12 to 14,000 rubles on the flea market. And the next thing we're going to want to grab is our Magpul M-Lock 2.5 inch guide. It's basically our little rail system that we can put our flashlight or laser combo onto. We can get this at Loyalty Level 2 Mechanic for around 2,149 rubles. Or you can pick one up on the flea market for around 3 to 5,000 rubles. Alright, now speaking of our little rail system, to put onto that, we're going to want to get, I'm not even really sure what you call this, the Klesh, I'm pretty sure, I just call it the 2 IRD. The flashlight and laser combo, it's the infrared one. This one you can use with the actual light on without giving away your position, because it's the infrared one. That's why I like this one. You can get it on the flea market for around 12 to 14,000 rubles. Okay, so next up what we're going to want to get is one of these Thunder Beast 30 CB muzzle brakes. You can get them for around 9 to 15,000 rubles on the flea market. But not only is it our muzzle brake or our compensator, it's also our suppressor adapter. So we're going to get one of these Thunder Beast Ultra 5 sound suppressors as well. You can get these for around 23 to 25,000 rubles on the flea market. Now these next ones, you're only going to have to worry about buying if you got the weapon from the flea market. If you got it from a scav run, normally they're going to come with these next two, the 30mm ring mount. You can get these on the flea market for around 3,000 to 6,000 rubles, and that's going to let us put our scope on the weapon, and our scope is this Barris full field TAC 30 rifle scope. You can get these for around 25 to 30,000 rubles on the flea market. But like I said, you'll only have to worry about buying the ring mount and the scope if you got the weapon off of the flea market. If you got the M700 from a scav run, they normally, like I said for me, they come with the Barris TAC 30 rifle scope and the ring mount already attached to the basic Remington model 700 or M700. And last but not least, we're going to need to grab ourselves a couple magazines. So I recommend grabbing yourself some of these 10 round PMag magazines. You can get them on the flea market for around 5,000 rubles, and they're 10 rounders obviously, so they're great to use. The total build for this gun, it cost me 150,335 rubles to build. It's going to fluctuate a little bit for you guys knowing the flea market prices, but other than that, let's jump into the stash and build one of these things. Alright guys, it's Swampy. Here we are in the stash with our M700. Let's mod this thing out and make it pretty, what? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to right click and click disassemble. And we'll move all of this crap out of the way that we don't need. Which is really just the normal chassis and the magazine. We'll put the barrel back on to the M700, and we will put our Ultra 5 suppressor on our 30cb compensator, our 2 IRS flashlight laser combo onto our 2.5 inch M-lock guide, and we'll put both that and the AFG M-lock handguard foregrip thingamadoodler onto our Pro 700 chassis. And then we'll put our stock on the chassis and the suppressor on the M700, the pistol grip on the chassis, the sight onto the ring mount, and the ring mount on the gun, and the chassis onto the gun once we move the magazine out the way. And then we'll put the magazine in the gun. And there we go, boys and girls. We got ourselves the M700 Good Touch, as I like to call it. This is one of my favorite sniper rifles to run around with in the game. It's just so pretty looking, and it just seems to work well for me. Normally I will put a voodoo scope on it if I have the money for it, but since we're trying to do some beginner builds here, we'll use the Barris. There's nothing wrong with this sight. So let's jump into the firing range here and fire off those 10 rounds and show you guys how it works. I'll be right back. There it goes. Here we are in the firing range. And we got our little laser. We got our sight. We got our M700 modded to the tits. We're good to go. If you hold your fire button down after you fire, just for people that don't know, you can stop him from chambering the next round until you let go, like that. So you can actually see where you actually hit on target there, like that. Just a little tip for the beginners if you don't know. But yeah, I find this gun has pretty much next to nothing for recoil, for a sniper rifle anyway. Like, that kick is nothing. Barely moves. And it's pretty accurate with the hip fire too. So, I hope you guys liked this one. And if you did, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe so you guys can see episode 5 coming out. And stay saucy, comrades.